Hi, Jonathan York, Bay Financial Partners, looking at investment markets. Pretty interesting reaction from oil in the last sort of month or so. It's rallied just over 30% now from its February lows, and it's still quite interesting that analysts and sort of economists are still looking for sort of 40 to 50 bucks by year end, currently trading around that sort of $34 a barrel. And it will be quite interesting to see as sort of the US and Northern Hemisphere sort of heads into their summer. Obviously in the US the big driving season sort of starts now with a lot of cars on the road, and it'll just be interesting to see the demand on oil over the next sort of 3 to 4 months. Big policy meetings in China, and they've sort of reduced their sort of targeted growth to around sort of 6.5% to 7%. But that's going forward for the next sort of 5 years, and sort of 6.5 now is the absolute base. So it's interesting to see the sort of policy and how it sort of transpires now going forward to make sure that those targets are hit. Here in New Zealand, Meridian Bond is all locked away. That's sort of coming, obviously pretty high demand for that, came in at 453. But hot on the heels of that, Genesis have announced a bond there 6 years, looking about sort of 425 to 440, so slightly lower, but obviously a year lesser in duration. And if you're interested in that, call us on 0800 867 323, or go to the website www.bayfinancialpartners.co.nz. Reserve Bank meets this week, and again it's going to be pretty interesting to see the rhetoric that comes out. No one expects any change to rates, but still sort of plenty of economists and analysts are looking for further cuts in the OCR, down to a low of 2%. But you've got to weigh that against still a booming housing market out there that, certainly on the building consents and building permits that are going through is still pretty robust and looking to remain that way for the next sort of 12 to 18 months. Still looking for income options. There are plenty of options out there to the sort of term deposits, and with sort of falling rates and rates looking as though they may fall a little bit lower. It's really becoming a pretty tough environment out there for the New Zealand investor. But equities and still offering some pretty decent dividends. Some of these pretty high quality companies are still offering 8, 9, 10% on the dividend yield, which is still pretty attractive. And you can sort of reduce the risk down a little bit to some of the property trusts, etc., that are sort of structured as pies as well, so it can be tax efficient, and that's still giving you around sort of 5.2 as a net return, which obviously compares pretty favourably with the term deposits currently on offer. So to summarise, if you're interested in those options or the Genesis bonds, call us on 0800 867 323, or go to the website www.bayfinancialpartners.co.nz for lots of interesting articles. I look forward to speaking to you soon.